Hi, this is one of the High Priests of Khonshu, Ray, from Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. We're proud members of the collective, and you're listening to one of the collective members, the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast. Hope you enjoy.
Recording has started.
Hello and welcome once again to another episode of Comic Capers. I am Phil, and that lovely lady over there is...
Hey y'all, it's Lil Hellfire.
We are Venom. Continues.
And Carnage.
Yes. Oh, you gave it away. Yes. That's right.
Sorry.
Tonight we're talking Amazing Spider-Man 361, 362, and 363, The Origin of Carnage.
What up, Cletus?
Read original issues. Woo!
Sweet, sweet dollar issues.
Did you notice anything about the titles of these?
Yes, they all start with Savage.
Yes. Savage Genesis, Savage Alliance, and Savage Grace.
They're not like names of rock songs or anything, right?
I don't think.
Just, yeah, okay. Yeah, I did notice that, though.
Yes. So, the first one opens up with Carnage killing someone, of course.
Good. I mean, we don't care about that person. His name was Chip. How cool of a person could he have been? His name was Chip.
Good golly gosh.
The only chip I like is Lay's and chocolate, okay?
Lays. Anyway. Oh, and then we get your favorite scene with Aunt May. And then the phone rings, and Peter's like, oh, is that Donald Trump asking you out to lunch?
So apropos.
Completely different context. 26 years later. Oh, can you believe Carnage has been around 26 years?
No, I can't.
Seems like just yesterday.
Wait, are we going to do Toxin too? So we can get Tristan to support us on his
branding. Toxin Gamer to talk Toxin.
Living Skin. That is the creepiest way to describe the symbiotes I think I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of true, but it's kind of weird.
I can't believe
phrase it like that.
I can't believe you made fun of Chip. That's one of Peter's friends.
That we never met before until this very moment.
Plot device. Exactly.
Like I said, how cool of a guy could he have been? His name was Chip.
And but yeah, last episode, the Venom issues were Eric Larson art. Now, like my favorite Spider-Man writer, Mark Bagley.
Yes. I'm always jealous of people who can, like, draw and write. It's not fair.
I know. I would settle just for one or the other.
I don't know. Like, most people actually know the writers better than they know the artists, it seems like. I think it depends on what side of, like, Marvel or DC. I feel like the writers are bigger at DC, and then, like, the artists are kind of the thing.
Maybe.
I mean, pre-2005.
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of the general rule of thumb.
Mm-hmm. So Peter gets the lowdown of, the witness description. And
we finally get the superheroes doing the superhero thing. He's like, well, I can't call the Avengers of the Fantastic Four. They're dealing with their own planet-ending situations here. And I was like, yes! Although we do get a leftover.
But Peter hears the description, and then he's like, oh, it must be Venom. So then we get the quick recap of how he brought the suit back to Earth.
God, how many, I swear, almost every time we talk about it, we get the recap. I get it.
I know. For those of you who've been living under a rock.
Or under bell towers.
Secret Wars, Web of Spider-Man #1, yes. Amazing Spider-Man 300.
They're like, just go back and read them. Buy them. Don't even read them. Just buy them. We don't care.
And then we get like a 3-panel recap of our last episode.
Exactly. Nice. And like, Peter, you're gonna go to a psychologist? Like, really? He can't divulge that information. Are you gonna go to his priest next?
Yeah, but I mean, well, at least I like he's actually doing some detective work,
Yeah, he's not rushing right in like the fool he usually is. Okay, I'll give him that.
Because at first he thinks it's Brock, but then upon doing research, he's like, oh wait, he was in a cell with a convicted mass murderer. Okay.
I mean, let's just be real. The birth of Carnage is all convenient. Plot point is convenient. It was like, what's better than one Venom? 2 Venoms, and this one's not afraid to kill a baby.
Or anybody. Yeah.
That was actually my favorite panel. It was like when he threw the baby out the window, and like they both rush to get it, but it's freaking Venom that actually Venom's web to save the baby. I know. And I just thought to myself, way to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
I love when the baby's like screaming and crying until it's like midair, and it's just like, hey.
Well, this is it, kid. Great.
So yeah, but Spider-Man tracks Cletus Cassidy down to the orphanage he lived in until he killed the nun and burned it down.
As you do. Nuns are mean. Moral of the story.
As a student of Catholic school until the middle of 4th grade, yes.
I think between us, you, myself, and Charlie, we've all been in a parochial school system.
And look how we all turned out.
So yeah, don't waste your money, folks. Anyway, okay, so another favorite panel of mine is like when Spider-Man grabs his tentacles. I was just like, okay, that was nice.
Grabbed his what?
Tentacles, and throws them to get to check on the injured officers. That
tentacles?
Thank you. I threw that drop in for a reason.
You've been planning it for months.
So yeah, like it was crazy. Like the whole the action scene in it was good in this issue.
But it's like the symbiote's a lot stronger than Venom's even, but it still doesn't set off the spider sense.
Carnage rules!
And
I was like, what is this, a Simpsons episode? El Barto?
Yeah, and he can make weapons. Hardcore, he drew it in his own blood, too.
And that is hardcore. That's super emo. That's super edgelord right there.
1992, he's probably listening to, like, Nirvana or something.
Soundgarden, Audio Slaves. But yo, like, the worst thing in this issue is, like, Peter shushes Mary Jane. He's like, shh! Bulletin. And I was like, oh! You got shushed for a news bulletin, son.
Well, after he discovers her cigarettes.
Right? Like, just Mary Jane is just messing. I was just like, I'm a model. I don't eat. Give me a break, bro.
I know, but he's here to, he's probably like, there's healthier ways to do this, Mary Jane. Instead of smoking, can't you, like, just go on the diet of cotton balls and Diet Coke? Come on.
Right. Anyway, yeah. So Carnage killed a family, including 3 children. I'm just like, oh, but you won't show that, but you'll show the baby getting thrown out. Okay.
Well, yeah, the next issue. But yeah, I mean, after one battle, Peter's like, I can't beat him, so guess what? I'm gonna have to go get Venom.
As you do. But it's 48 hours, you know what I'm saying?
Very
Eddie Murphy.
Very convenient plot point. It's just, I mean, very, very convenient. It's just like, I can't beat him, Mary Jane. I can't beat him, so I have to unleash my deadliest foe.
It's just something. It's something Peter Parker would like. I'll just put it to you that way.
That's the job I need. That's just something Peter Parker would like. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So, issue 362, Savage Alliance. It's just like one of my favorite like lines from Venom. Well, Johnny Storm actually. Is, gee, Spidey, you're pretty darn talkative for a corpse.
Oh yeah, because that's the issue of it, because I'm dead.
Yeah. I was just like, okay, Johnny, I don't like you, but that was cute.
And again, we get like a quick 1 panel or 2 synopsis of issue 347, how he left them on the island.
The villain's so awesome, we had to put his name on the cover twice.
Yeah.
Oh, and so we're getting ready to rev up for the 30th anniversary of Spider-Man, which is the next issue. That's the little stamp on the next issue, actually. But I thought that was kind of cute and funny. Like, they're like, oh yeah, we definitely needed a Carnage to celebrate this.
Mm-hmm. And even Peter's even thinking here, he's like, instead of leaving him on the island, I should have taken him to the vault. Once I got off the island, I could have come back with Avengers.
I said it's 2020.
But he's right. I mean, he could have came back with Avengers or Fantastic Four and just...
Oh man, they flew to the island in the Fantastic car. Like, it's almost as bad as the Spider-Man car that we got recently, like 2 years ago. Just, I do not, like, Fantastic Four don't need all that. Like, their jet, I get it, their lab, cool, but like, anything else, stop it.
Sonic Blaster.
Patent pending.
Hey, all I gotta say is, hey man, should have went to Quasar. He beat Venom in like 2 pages.
Was that in his own book though?
Yes.
Okay.
During Acts of Vengeance. Which you could check on a previous episode of the Quantum Zone.
Scroll down?
Yeah, or if you're listening on the podcast, there will be an episode tomorrow after you're here to listen to this.
This is like, I don't know, this feels a little convoluted, I'm not gonna lie. That they kind of stretched it out to 3.
Yeah, but again, Carnage, it's 1992. We're starting to milk those symbiotes for everything they're worth.
Oh, and why do we need to know that the symbiote reproduces asexually once a generation?
Well, because that's the quick explanation, because it's like, okay, isn't the symbiote the only one on Earth? How did it reproduce? You have to say yes, asexually. Okay, so it doesn't even know.
No, him and Brock got it on. No, bruh. Asexually my butt.
Now we know what kind of porn Lilith Hellfire watches.
Hentai. It's true. Anyway.
But I just love it's been how many months? Brock's still sitting on the beach. Oh, this is great. No Spider-Man. And
I mean, like, honestly, like, if Brock and JJ got together, like, on that island, it would be, like, the best, just, Spider-Man bitch session. Throw Charlie in there, and it's, like, the trifecta. He was on minutes, I tell you!
Charlie, yes, sir. You're right, JJ. You're right.
I know the hip language the kids use these days.
I don't know. Like, the whole asexual thing was just like, oh my god, like, stop trying to be scientific. Just say it dropped the duty. It's demon poo.
Smoke the doobie.
I love the whole thing where Brock's like, no, you're dead. You can't be Spider-Man. And he has to lift up the mask. He's like, yeah, it's me, Eddie.
I actually like Johnny in this issue for a change, because he's just questioning Spider-Man the same way I would.
Yeah.
Like, that dude's clearly mentally unhinged, bro. Like, come on.
And they give Venom some street cred, man. He, like, at least temporarily takes out the Torch. Throws him underwater.
Which everybody wants to do. So, yeah, I did enjoy that as well. Oh, and then the poor little old lady that was banging on the ceiling with the broom.
Ah.
Yeah.
But yeah, meanwhile, while the others are talking on the island about asexual reproduction, yeah, Carnage is just killing people in New York.
And then he sees the headline with the byline for J. Jonah Jameson anti-crime, and it's like, oh, yeah. Honestly, I wish they would have let him kill him at this particular point in the story. Not a fan.
Then, of course, Peter makes the smart deal. Eddie says he'll help him capture Carnage, but after that, we go free.
The combined powers of Spider-Man and Venom.
Twice the spidery goodness.
Stupidity, I don't like it, but... So, yeah, this next issue, man, wow. So 363, which is Savage Grace, right?
Yep. Carnage has gone after Jameson.
Yes.
Like we said last episode, man. Daily Globe, Daily Bugle, it don't matter, man. You get.
Yeah, that's true.
Newspaper business is dangerous.
Well, it used to be. It's no more. It's all BuzzFeed listicles now.
Yeah.
Looking at you, CNN. Anyway. This is just crazy though. Like, it's like, there's like, just so much going on. And just so much stupidity. And then it's like, they want to again get the aid of the Avengers. And I'm like, but it's just Carnage. Like, stop. Carnage is not that BAMF, okay?
Well, I mean, hey, you want to make sure to take him down. But Venom's like, no, you promised.
Can't we just shoot him into space? Like, I mean, Not yet, too soon.
Once they learned last issue, the Carnage is like stronger than both of them.
But somehow miraculously. in this third issue of the arc, of the final arc, the conclusion.
What?
we're gonna figure out a way. Okay, I get you.
Well, they track him to a heavy metal concert at Madison Square Garden, and Sonics. He cranks up the speakers full blast.
You gotta crank it up to 11, baby.
Oh, I love this. The symbiotes fighting. Carnage sends his symbiote up to attack Venom symbiote.
Yeah, this artwork was just so phenomenal, so crisp.
Oh yeah.
I love that they did choose red for Carnage too.
Cause blood.
Exactly. Can't let him see you get stabbed.
Cause he can make himself any color. Of course, he made himself the color of blood. And then, of course, they think they killed the Carnage symbiote. But we'll get there. Maximum Carnage.
Exactly. Now that is a dope story.
So good they made
But we had to do this to get there.
So good they made a video game of it.
Which, of course, at the time was not the best, but,
No, but what time game was the best at that point?
Excuse me, GoldenEye on Nintendo 64 is the best first-person shooter ever. Fight me, gaming nerds.
Okay.
I dare you.
I don't think I played that one. So they used the speakers to kill the Carnage symbiote, supposedly, but then Spider-Man tries to betray Venom. Sorry, Eddie.
Damn it, Peter.
But Venom turns the tables. He's about to kill Spider-Man until Mr. Fantastic and the Human Torch show up.
So, is there a thing, when they show up, all of them can't be there, or what?
I don't know, yeah, because, remember in 317, he was just talking to Ben Grimm, and then 362, he was just talking to Torch. Yeah, now it's... yeah, why wouldn't you bring the whole team? I mean, they had to wait for a container from the vault. Couldn't the Invisible Woman, bubble them up until the vault got there?
You must have liked Jonah's statement about Captain America.
What? I like that he thinks Cap's a hero, but I don't like that he talked down to Spider-Man.
I don't know. Somebody needs to put that menace in his place. Yeah, I said it. So the ending of this story is ridiculous, by the way.
What, the last page?
Yes, it upsets me.
Well...
And especially because of what we find out later on.
Yeah, that it's not true.
Shh!
Well... We didn't even say what it was, but...
Yeah, so...
Oh, spoiler alert on a 26-year-old book, sorry.
It's just so there's this elderly, so in case you haven't read it, we're at an airport in Germany, there's an elderly couple getting ready to fly to New York, and they're talking about how they've been away from decades, and, their loved ones think they're deceased, and this woman's like, oh, it's gonna alter our family's lives forever, and then they look in, this magazine, and it's a photo taken by Peter Parker, and she goes, especially his life's gonna be impacted the most.
And the man looks suspiciously like an older Peter Parker almost.
Should have made him look like Uncle Ben. Should have been Uncle Ben's twin, I'm just saying.
Twin brother.
Yeah. It's weird that the narration was the airport was part of East Germany, and I'm just 92. I guess that's right. They tore down the wall.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall.
Man, you're old. Anyway.
I don't think well, yeah. I am a little bit.
But, yeah, because, they were spies, and they got supposedly...
CIA agents who were killed in action.
Yeah, supposedly...
That was from, Spider-Man Annual number 5, right?
Mm-hmm. Supposedly they were captured, but...
We'll get there in Spider-Man number 388 if we ever get there. But that's... Yeah, there's a reveal in that one for this whole thing.
Oh, well, these two actually... They're in the Maximum Carnage, right?
Are they?
I think maybe the next, because next episode, I think we're doing, 374 and 375. I think they're in there, too, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Yeah, because Maximum Carnage came before 388.
Yeah. Anyway, so, I was very upset. I was very upset with this particular page. I was very upset with the whole resolution.
I know. But that was right before the Clone Saga.
See my post on Krypton Report about clones. All clones suck. Unless they're Roy Harper. That is my comic book opinion.
Well, read Red Hood and the Outlaws Annual 2 for your Roy Harper.
Yes. Continues to be one of the best books most people aren't reading. Just saying.
Yeah, Red Hood.
A new Trinity for a new generation. That should literally be the tagline. I did it for you, DC. That's how you should be billing it. I'm just saying.
But meanwhile, over here, our next 2 episodes are going to be more Venom. Next episode, Amazing Spider-Man 374 and 375, which leads into the episode after, Venom, Lethal Protector.
Which is, I guarantee you what they're going to use for the movie. Stupid.
What, you think someone's going to utter it during the movie?
Definitely. That's like the vibe that they're probably going for.
Either that or it'll be the name of the sequel, if they get there. I know.
That thing's not making no money. Are you kidding me?
Well, when Marvel remakes it. Or Disney remakes it, yeah.
Exactly. So, yep, if you guys are reading along, send us your thoughts. Let us know what you think. If you are a Venom fan or not.
Who's not a Venom fan?
Well, you know that for every character there's a hater and you have your haters in your stands. You do, it's true.
I know. Alright, so send us your thoughts. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, Comic Capers on Facebook, @ComicCapersPod, and @CLSidekicks on Twitter. We're on the Instagram, CL Sidekicks, and the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And Lilith Hellfire, where can people get a hold of you?
You nerds want to, yell at me because I call Peter Parker a menace, @Lilith Hellfire. For everything else related to Smallville, Superman, and swearing, please contact me at Save Me Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram.
And all you comic creators, get a hold of me. We'd love to do interviews. NightwingPDP@gmail.com, and on Twitter, I am @NightwingPDP.
Hey, don't we have an interview 2 interviews coming up pretty soon?
We have tomorrow on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, Brian Edward Hill, who was the most recent writer on Detective Comics and a writer on the upcoming Titans series, along with many other things. So check that out. If you're listening to this on the podcast, it should already be up. Check out Capes and Lunatics. And then we'll have an interview on Wade's World. That's right, with Fabian. How do I pronounce his last name?
We'll learn. We'll learn soon enough.
Yes.
Then you'll have a new drop.
But we never. Ooh, nice. But we never have enough interviews. So get a hold of us. Push your book. But until then, go home. Come back. Go read your Amazing Spider-Man 374 and 375, and come back.
And don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Oh. God, have some fun. Reproduce asexually.
The safest way. Earth's conditions are just right, apparently.
Have fun on the beach.